Hey there. Thanks for joining me today as we start a journey looking at God's grace in our life, what it means, how it operates, what it does in our life. I think it's important to distinguish the difference between grace and mercy. The word grace, we find words like favor and goodness to describe God's grace many places in Scripture. But the word grace is found at least 128 times in the English Standard Version. In some translations, it's even used more often. So it's a word that is found mostly in the New Testament, but it is found in the Old Testament as well. But there's another word that goes along with grace. As a matter of fact, sometimes we use them interchangeably when I think it's important in our discussion of grace that we know the difference between grace and mercy. Grace and mercy work together, but they're two very different things. So to distinguish that today, I want to tell you that grace is God's unmerited, undeserved favor, where God does something for you, in you, through you, simply because He's God. He is good. And so because He is good, because He operates with grace in our life and to us and through us, it's important to understand that grace is an undeserved thing. Grace is when we get something from God just because He wants to do it. We get something that we do not deserve. So grace, in its simplest form, is when we get something from God that we do not deserve, that we cannot earn, that we cannot purchase. And then there's mercy. Mercy is when we do not get what we do deserve. So grace, it's when we get something we don't deserve. Mercy is when we don't get what we do deserve. The best definition of mercy that I have found on a practical level is that mercy is the way that we want everybody else to respond and act when a member of our family messes up. We want them shown mercy. I think it's important as we look at grace and mercy together for just a moment to realize that those who love mercy are those who have received mercy. And so if you've received mercy in your life like I have, then you will give it freely. So when we talk about grace and mercy, I don't want you to get up confused. They seem like they go together because they do. They're like salt and pepper, but they are like two different things. And I want to encourage you today to look at how God's grace and His mercy have impacted your life thus far, and watch for it every day, and you'll see it. You'll see His grace and mercy following you all the days of your life. God bless you. Have a blessed day.